we will be diving into 10 staggering evidence of Maxwell Chikumbutso's self-powered technology that mainstream media don't want you to watch. Why? Because it nailed skeptics into their casket unapologetically. They will rather sow seeds of disbelief because it's what they do best, creating troubles. When you have troubles believing your own eyes and brothers, you are simply dead walking. Your casket and grave are ahead, awaiting your arrival. Yo, I'm Dr. Cool. I've been getting lots of backlash from Western folks for championing Maxwell Chikumbutso's self-powered technologies, but they fail to understand whom they are talking to. My first name is Rebellion. How many years does scammers spent trying to scam anyone? Years? No, you are missing ingredients that makes that recipe blush. When Russian and Indian teamed up and scammed Nigerians in 2015, it didn't hit Western mainstream in space of 2 years, cashing out billions. In all my critical analysis, no scammer has ever spent 5 years maintaining a lie, targeting a whole nation, selling a product. None. That's for those if you at the back seat. Maxwell is no scammer, and his technology is not a hoax. Let that sink in. Scammers don't have luxury of time. They are like snake. They strike quickly, cash out, and disappear. No scammer ever spent 20 years targeting the entire world. And most importantly, no scammer has ever received a handshake from a president. If you were there in Libya in 2011, when Gaddafi was about to get murdered by Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton, will you rather fold your arms and watch, or join the NATO force to faster pedal the process? Or riot and protest to die fighting on your feet rather than to stand by and watch and forever remain on your knees? What would you have done differently in your own little way, Africans? Whatever you would have done then against the Western scams, hypocrisy, lies, and deceit. That's what you should be doing for Maxwell Chikumbutso, self-powered technology. Ibrahim Traore, cause its common goal is pure and undiluted liberation. Well, Maxwell Chikumbutso's self-powered technology is just getting buried by the Western world and their children. And most of you seem to be joining forces with them to kill your own brother. You are a disgrace and a curse to the very soil you were born on. What flows in our veins is not blood but rebellion. We are protectors of our own, not killers. In today's video, we'll be doing something different. Before we dive into this epic and mind-blowing reality, understand this. This video is packed with evidence that defies all skepticism. I will be sharing torrents of clips of Maxwell Chikumbutso's self-powered techs that cooked Western big corporations in their own game. Consider it the final straw that breaks the camel's back. This is the kind of video the Western mainstream media, big automotive corporations, and the fossil fuel, lithium battery, and solar panel industries don't want you to watch. I'll be doing more of showing than telling, with just enough explanation to help you truly grasp what's happening here. Now, let me address the usual crowd in the comment section. Those Western-minded critics who claim I keep showing the same old videos. Even when presented with hardcore evidence, they still scream fake. Why? Because they've been mentally injected with disbelief, trained to reject this technology and remain enslaved by the Western carrot and donkey trick tech. We begin with the solar generator demonstration. Many claimed it was a brownie solar generator sold on Amazon, but let's break that down. I'll show you the resemblance and the massive differences they don't want you to see. These skeptics are simply products of the matrix system. Watch this. People open brownie boxes to expose them to sunlight or heat. But on February 10th, during Maxwell's live demonstration, he didn't open any box. There were no visible solar panels, and yet the device was self-charging. No one present, including Westerners and Indians, objected.
Educate our fellow Zimbabweans is that in many cases, in many cases, when we are developing products, we don't start from scratch. We either buy some of the components over the counter, or can someone come and hold this? Yeah, so that people. You start as a prototype. What that means is you don't start by developing the end product. You start by looking wherever you can get what you think it can work. Then you test. Right now, when we did these machines, we liked the design. I saw a lot of people were saying Broadway or whatever, solar panel. We just like the case. It was something that we had in mind, especially for the rural community. Something that is dust-proof, waterproof, IP67, and also portable, that even a farmer can just carry around. So I want you to tell me, I don't know where I think we wanted something to test, I don't know. Can we have something to connect? Okay, we'll power the fridge with this one. As you can see, show everyone, the machine, it tells you how much power is getting in. It has got in and out. It's telling you how much radio frequency it's converting right now into pure energy. So I don't know, maybe we put a solar somewhere. Yeah. So people were misinformed. We just liked the design, and we bought the design. This company is not Broadwell.
Now, you can see he didn't open the box, no plug, no solar, and this system is getting charged mysteriously by his groundbreaking self-powered technology. He goes forth to clarify things even more better, that Brownie did only paid a company in Shenzhen in China to build that literally cooked poor little Brownie. His reason for choosing this box is logically clear. As he states, it's IP67, meaning it's waterproof and potable to carried along by famers. You heard that right. That is simply spectacular. He is targeting rural communities, meaning it will be very cost-effective, not cost arms and legs like the greenwashing of the West. As it doesn't have stacks of lithium battery inside, be it Blad or Samurai sword battery to cut buyers into pieces. However, you misinformed for a reason known as invention suppression tactics and strategy.
Broadwell, they're just buying and using their name. So talk to this company and they agree to license us their cover, then we put it for those reasons. So this is a greener power off-grid machine. We've got 600 watts and 1000 watts. We decided to go smaller when I was talking to the president. Like I said, right now our focus is on Africa. We want everyone in Africa to have the freedom. So we're looking at a small machine that is the cost competitiveness. For example, if you can sell this machine at $500, a tobacco farmer can afford to purchase it and use it at his house. You can power your fridge, you can power your iron, you can do all those kind of things. So it's giving you the liberty, the freedom to do whatever that you wanted to do. We have got bigger machines that goes to about 100 kilos.
So you're telling me if I put these glasses on, I'm gonna have X-ray vision? No.
Evidence 1. How is the device charging without being connected to an external power source? That's your first undeniable proof. Evidence 2. The self-powered cars and motorcycles were driven to the president of Zimbabwe, not towed or carried, like most flashy EV prototypes you see on influencer channels like Supercar Blondie.
Believes Zimbabweans are capable of spearheading game-changing, first-of-a-kind innovations that challenge the world's traditional ways of doing things. President Mnangagwa said no one can take away that capability. He said this earlier today when Zimbabwean innovator and inventor Maxwell Chikumbutso paid a courtesy call showcasing his latest invention of the world's first self-powering vehicles and motorbikes that run just on radio waves.
This is one of Chikumbutso's groundbreaking innovations. He calls it a self-powering electric vehicle, powered entirely by radio waves. This is the first of its kind in the world.
Evidence 3. Watch the video of the live unveiling. Maxwell shocked the crowd with a working self-powered car. This was no gimmick. Then he said something direct and audacious. When you visit Kai, the Chinese automotive industry, every other car is either DC or AC plug-in EV, but Maxwell's car, it's the only one that doesn't need either.
Then on the car, I think we're going to demonstrate all the cars that you know. If you go to Kaya right now, all their cars, you have to plug in either a DC charging station or an AC charging station. Our car is the first car. This is a generator. I think if you can go to the fridge, you can see He's going to plug in and you will see that the fridge is going to be powered by a car. Like I said, you can buy a car. You don't need to have a generator at your home. You use your car.
Wait a minute, did he just said bring the refrigerator, that power-hungry electricity bill guzzling monster, to get plugged in so the car can power it up, and he just did? Oh my goodness, Hayabusa, he just roasted Cybertruck from frying pan into the fire. Not even Bide with their blade battery can beat that. Now that is how you kick some ass, called invention, suppression, tactics and strategy. Carefully watch this video clip with attention to details, and I will be right back shortly. With the sharp rise in unpredictable road accidents these days, from reckless drivers to hit and runs and even false claims, it gets interesting. Cops will not like this one bit, and that's why you need it, as it instantly gives you that bold edge over harassment. If you've heard James Bond said, perhaps you forgot my hidden...
She failed to take into account my hidden assets.
Wolfbox G900 Tri-Pro comes as one with that said. If you only live once, then make it count by making smart decisions by getting yourself a Wolfbox G900 Tri-Pro. You need more than just good instincts behind the wheel. You need a guardian, a watchful eye, almost like God's eyes on the road. That brings us to today's video sponsorship. Meet the Wolfbox G900 Tri-Pro Mirror Dashcam. And let me tell you, this product bags more punches than Mike Tyson uppercut, enough cutting-edge technological features that will make James Bond blush. This isn't just another dashcam, it's a complete driving assistance solution, a game changer that offers next-level protection, clarity and peace of mind. First off, let's talk image quality. The G900 Tri-Pro captures the road ahead in breathtaking 4K, your rear view in crisp 2.5K, and the interior cabin in 1080p Full HD simultaneously. Whether it's license plates, sudden movements or unexpected events, nothing escapes its triple lens coverage. And here's where it gets really smart. With built-in voice control, you can operate the dashcam hands-free. Keep your eyes on the road while commanding your cam to lock videos, take photos or switch views. It features 5.8 GHz Wi-Fi, ensuring lightning-fast video downloads to your phone, and integrated GPS that logs your speed, route and coordinates for extra protection in case of disputes. But what really sets it apart? That stunning 12-inch full-touch display, bright, responsive and easy to navigate, giving you full control and visibility in real time. From daily commutes to long road trips, the Wolfbox G900 Tri-Pro is the ultimate driving companion. Smart, sleek and reliable. It's more than worth every penny. Stay smart, stay safe. Rest assured, with Wolfbox watching your front, back and everything in between. With that said, let's get back on the today's show, shall we?
So is the microsonic device? What we've done, like we said, the microsonic energy device is the invention that we have done and we are trying to protect it. We've embedded it in the vehicle. Yes. And it has got a self-destructive technology. On the 150 wires on this car, if you try to tamper with 5 of them, we will classify. You destroy the microsonic energy device, both the software and the hardware. That's how we are protecting the technology, because we couldn't get a patent.
So more like it.
Yes, it's encrypted. It's on right now.
It's on.
Oh, yeah, so they're not mechanical, they're not like moving parts.
The only moving part that you will see on this car is a reduction gearbox, but you don't have to maintain it or to service
The
it.
generator doesn't have.
The generator doesn't have any moving parts. Usually those type of devices are known as a 0-point end. So you cannot even maintain it, you cannot service it because there is no friction that is happening.
Wow.
We're working on ways on how to protect the technology in the event that we...
Now, if that claim were false, Kaiyi would have rushed out with a press release to shut it down, just like Nike, Adidas, Timberland, Louis Vuitton, Prada, Rolex, Gucci, Fendi, and other brands do when fake versions or leaks threaten their image. But Kaiyi remained silent. That's like Apple keeping quiet if someone claimed a Chinese firm built the iPhone. Evidence for all the claims saying Maxwell's self-powered technology is a scam or just a lithium battery hack. Not one has come with solid proof, only speculation and noise. Evidence 5 Foster Gamble's documentary Thrive 2 and the verdict from US-based electromagnetic scientist Niels Rognerud support Maxwell's invention. Listen closely to the clip. They made that statement in 2015.
Generator, and even a helicopter that ran on radio frequencies. A true free energy device that keeps batteries consistently charged. It took me several months to find him, but when I did, it blew my mind.
I knew it would be complicated because these things always are. Going to Zimbabwe, the Ethiopian airline that we had tickets with had just had a major crash, and a cyclone had just ravaged the area, leaving hundreds dead.
Well, we're sitting in a hotel in Harare, Zimbabwe this morning. We're here today to start the vetting process and find out, okay, what's real? Over 95% of the time, these things aren't what they claim to be. This time we took engineer Nils Rognerud to assist with the vetting. When Nils and I arrived and met Maxwell, I was very impressed with just what a gentle, true-seeming soul he was. And then the next morning, we went to see the device, and he gave us a full tour. I was practically ecstatic. It was such a beautiful, elegant device.
What we're looking at is called the green power off-grid machine. It is 0.5 megawatt, and we are relying with the radio frequency. We harness the radio frequency, convert it into pure energy that is useful. It is called a microsonic energy device. A microsonic energy device, it is the generator in this machine.
For people who are not familiar with this, 0.5 megawatt, how much will that power in terms of a house or a community or what?
We're talking of about 300 standard house homes,
Okay.
that you can power with one machine.
So there's no oil burning, there's no fires going on or anything, so where's the energy coming from?
We're harnessing it straight away from the natural energy that God has just put in the earth, on our earth. The radio frequency.
So nothing unusual, but the main point is that a meter away there's no frequencies being transmitted from a microwave tower next to the park we're standing in.
It's a poignant day for us here, and amidst the excitement of seeing this for the first time, a couple of strangers showed up on the site where we were being shown these devices, and Maxwell, the inventor, took us aside as soon as he could and said, these guys are from the government, and I didn't know they were coming. Unfortunately, we're truly concerned about this gentleman, and we're just going to take every precaution that we can to keep ourselves safe, to keep him safe, and to keep this knowledge safe.
The microphone we had on Maxwell picked up the conversation that he had with one of the officials. So we quickly got the tape translated and found out that the government official was promising Maxwell a power purchase agreement where the government would pay him for generating energy for the country. It was good corroboration that they believed he had what he claimed. Although Maxwell didn't trust him because the government had already put him in prison in an effort to steal his technology.
Become a buzz phrase of late. The energy form has been touted as the alternative to hydroelectricity in the wake of climate change effects on power generation. Zimbabwe, which has been battling power shortages, is keen on massively investing in solar. But what if there is another alternative that may revolutionize the country's energy system? The United States-based Zimbabwean Maxwell Chikumbutso has set up a 50-kilowatt green generator in Harare, where it is powering 10 houses.
Thrive 2 brings viewers behind the scenes with the people and innovations that have the power to transform life for everyone. And what's interesting about this documentary is they feature United States-based Zimbabwean inventor Maxwell Chikumbutso.
We are launching a documentary on a Saturday in the United States of America in California, which is called Thrive, What It Takes.
The documentary follows a journey across the globe investigating the most promising solutions in energy, health, and consciousness, while unpicking the underlying science, principles, and strategies that make them possible. One of Chikumbutso's inventions is advancing the proven ability to generate electricity from radio frequency. With this, he designed and produced the world's first ever green power generator.
I have to keep on fighting and make sure that one day everyone will have free energy.
The gifted innovator also designed and built an electric-powered vehicle, hybrid helicopter, and a drone among some of his groundbreaking innovations in the high-tech global entrepreneurial ecosystem. Recently, Chikumbutso developed a prototype automated disinfecting machine to help fight the coronavirus pandemic. But it is his green generator that will shift the way science is working and revolutionize the country's energy system. And tonight, he will be demonstrating his 50-kilowatt green generator in Harare, where it is powering 10 houses. The demonstration will be broadcast live around the world as part of this documentary, which will premiere in the United States on Saturday. Reporting for ZTN News, I'm Howard Musonza in Harare.
A warm welcome back. Taking it up now from the capital. Many thanks to Marilyn Gwenya there. In our science and technology feature, Zimbabwe made a breakthrough in the use of microsonic energy to generate electricity at a high scale. We unpack where we explore the microsonic energy device, the OR Green generator invented by Maxwell Chikumbutso. Theophilus Chuma unpacks this for us.
It's an invention that has made headlines across the globe, attracting the attention of major scientific brains in the United States of America. The green generator, an invention designed and constructed by Zimbabwean inventor Maxwell Chikumbutso, is the first of its kind, using radio frequency to generate electricity at high scale.
So we harness radio frequencies. These are natural radio frequencies that we harness. Then we convert it through the components that are in the microsonic energy device. Like I said before, 70% of the components inside this device are tailor-made. You cannot get them anywhere in the world. The current comes out as a DC current. It goes to the down converter and the DC controller. Then from there, the computer does the work. The microcontroller fine adjusts and it tells the microsonic energy device what voltage has to go to the inverter. Then on the inverter side, that is the component that we use, the parts that we use to change the current to alternating current. This is the current that powers all the lights that is used everywhere. So from the inverter, we have got the step-up transformer to say, which is an AVR. This is the bottom part. It's air-cooled.
Decades ago, one great scientist, Nikola Tesla, attempted the same innovation, but faced hurdles. Maxwell has become the first person in living history to make a major breakthrough, and for his efforts, American firms are featuring his invention on a documentary that is celebrating this great mind.
We believe that we didn't violate the second law of energy in thermodynamics, but we have managed to make a new discovery, new formulas of maths. How that law is still working, but what we have done, we have managed to refine through the machine. As you can see, as small as it is, we can power everything, but we're not damaging anything.
The green generator may very well become the answer to power challenges facing not only Zimbabwe, but other nations across Africa and beyond. Maxwell is already planning to utilize his invention to benefit rural communities in Zimbabwe.
We'll give the blueprints for free. We'll identify the communities, the people who can do, so that we can just provide them with the skill and they can design, they can construct their own machines and use. But we are looking at those who are disadvantaged.
Amazingly, Maxwell never trained formally in electronics or engineering.
A brief trip into the future with inventor Maxwell Chikumbutso. He's claiming a scientific breakthrough with this green energy technology, an electric car which he says converts radio frequencies into energy.
At the powertrain, we did it in-house, which makes it the first electric vehicle in the world that drives without needing recharging systems. On the greener power off-grid machine, it's very unique. For the first time, energy is being generated using a radio frequency and without moving paths.
Chikumbutso is not the typical scientist. He dropped out of school aged 14 and says he's developed his blueprints through research and visions from God. A showroom in Harare showcases his prototypes. A helicopter that operates using any one of the 5 fuels, including paraffin, a drone and a household transformer that he says can multiply power 100-fold. But he says breaking his disruptive technology into the world has not been easy. He's failed to patent his work.
That's why we end up finding nuclear scientists, electromagnetic professors, so that they can assist us on the patent process. But as you are aware that in patents, anything that violates the laws of physics is not an industrial applicable solution. They classify it as a perpetual motion device.
Luis Kupenala, a South African-based Angolan businessman, has poured millions into the project, but now believes it's time to commercialize. He says the Angolan government and a Brazil private energy player have signed up to buy some of their products, but that other investors don't generally believe anything credible can come out of Africa.
We just sell from our skin color. We don't believe on ourselves. But obviously, a new generation has another responsibility to change this kind of paradigm to another level, whereby we have to capitalize on our abilities in Africa.
Zimbabwean scientists who spoke to the SABC also expressed skepticism, but Chikumbutso brushes the naysayers aside. He says he's determined to ensure that his God-given gift brings energy to light up the continent and put Zimbabwe on the technological map. Shingai Nyoka, SABC News, Harare, Zimbabwe.
Galaxies and the cosmos itself, like the magnet on your refrigerator, are open systems. The successful devices we are seeing are specifically designed as open, not isolated systems. So the limitations of the first law don't apply when it comes to accessing energy from one realm to another.
In space, in the field all the time?
Yes, they are. From the first day we started testing the machine, we have been analyzing and we saw that the radio frequency is there. But one thing that we want to know for sure is it alien or is it man-made from another planet or is it from God? That's where we need, I think, scientific people
to define exactly. But we know the radio frequency, we have everything.
If it's still a fully charged battery, the test is successful.
It's not screws.
Oh, that's 217.
0.9.
That's perfect. So that's the 18 battery.
Yeah, that's the 18 batteries.
217. So that's higher than the nominal voltage.
Dude! Wow.
So much.
That is awesome.
That's 18 4-volt batteries. So that's higher voltage.
Thank you.
Give us 2 thumbs up.
Thank you so much.
One final check of the battery voltage revealed a shocking result. Not only had the machine outlasted the expected battery life, but the batteries were still fully charged. This proved that the device was being powered from an unknown energy source.
This is one of the happiest days of my life, and I am so proud of this man who has gone through so much. He's listened to the voice of the divine coming through him, and he's done whatever it takes to bring this through for humanity. So congratulations, my friend.
Thank you so much.
Ah. Now we're going to get you well.
The test we did yesterday is historic. I still am digesting it because it basically means the end of fossil fuels.
One of the painful reality I have seen in energy is this is a very dangerous game altogether. Yeah, especially free energy, because you know, as they said, if they can try to kill it using professional people, and that has happened to me. I went through a lot, poisons, like I'm saying right now. I'm fighting it. They come to you, then they said, no, you mustn't do this. When they see that you're not giving up, then they can just frame you. Then they can say, no, you have done ABC. My prayer is this thing must see the light of the day.
Evidence 6. The mainstream media blackout, YouTube censorship, it's the same old pattern. Anything truly disruptive gets labeled a hoax or ignored. But if it were really fake, the media would engage it, debate it, and tear it apart. They haven't, because they can't. Peer reviews have already been done by US establishments. If those were lies, licenses would be revoked and institutions shut down. That never happened. Evidence 7. The poisoning pattern. How did Stanley Meyer die? How did Nikola Tesla die? Same playbook, same suppression? Evidence 8. The microsonic energy device, demonstrated live in a glass case, powering itself in front of 50 guests from different walks of life. From 2015 to 2025, Maxwell has stayed consistent. The design evolved, yes, but the core technology remains the same. Evidence 9. The cost. This one slaps the entire EV industry. The car costs just $15,000, less than the price of an average mid-size gas SUV, and far less than the cost of replacing an EV battery. That price shattered the ICE and EV market. That $15,000 didn't just kill range anxiety, it buried it. That's why billion-dollar industries are scrambling. The enemy of their enemy became their desperate friend. This wrecked big auto, fossil fuel companies, and the Western political narrative. Evidence 10. The endorsement of President Emerson Mnangagwa, Zimbabwe's head of state. That support cuts deep. Nigeria is often labeled the scam capital, but no Nigerian leader has ever promoted a so-called scammer. Yet here's Comrade Mnangagwa, the Lion of Zimbabwe, a man who stood firm against years of US, UK and EU sanctions for defending indigenous land rights, personally supporting Maxwell's invention.
No fuel, nothing.
Nothing, no fuel.
First in the world.
The first in the world.
This is power from the sky.
Yeah, from the radio frequency.
This one happened in Zimbabwe.
Yes, we've done it in Zimbabwe.
Can you explain?
Yeah. So the vehicle is powered with what we call a microsonic energy device. That is the
That's after our round of
Yeah, the vehicle, it uses what we call the microsonic energy device. The microsonic energy device, it is the device that I personally invented in 2009, which harness radio frequencies, converted it into energy. As you know, radio frequencies, they are measured in nanovolts, meaning to say they are less than a volt. They are just like nothing, but we find a way of harnessing it through the creation of the 70% of the components in the microsonic energy, which I've tailor-made, which I've designed. So those are the components that enable the radio frequency to be transferred into pure, useful energy. And this is the first time in the world. With that technology, it violates the laws of energy in thermodynamics and also the first law of energy as well.
So they wanted to arrest him for changing physics.
Yeah, yes. Even when we tried to file a patent, they said we are violating the natural laws of physics. So it's not an industrial applicable. decided to take the trade secret route after that. So with this car, you can also use it to power your house. It is a moving generator. When you drive from work back to your home, you can connect your power cable, then you can power your house. It gives you 15 kilowatts power to power your house, and the vehicle itself, it has got 160 kilowatts electric motor, which gives you a torque of about 320 to 380 Newton meters of torque. That means it's fast, and we are talking of horsepower of around 215 horsepower. So when we compare this car with the same cars of this model, like the Toyota Urban Cruiser, you will see that this is efficient in everything. When you talk of load, our car doesn't weigh much. It weighs 1,405 kgs only. When you talk of an Urban Cruiser, you're talking of about 1,800. So that means you can carry extra baggage in the vehicle. Top speed is 220 kilometers per hour. Yeah, which is fast. It has got 2 driving modes. We have got the sport mode, which will give you 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in around 2 seconds. That is very, very powerful. Then we've got what we call a normal driving mode when you want to drive like in town. You can select that one so that it won't give you a lot of torque.
Chikumbutso also talks about his journey to Silicon Valley in the United States of America, where he was poisoned together with his partner, who passed on for defying the laws of physics.
We were poisoned at that time. Dr. Teddy didn't make it. He died in January 2017. I survived by the grace of God. So I was always in Zimbabwe and United States of America until he heard about myself. Then he invited
the
president, yes. Then he invited me to come back and put my base in Zimbabwe. So right now I'm based in Zimbabwe. Best advantage, the driving range is unlimited. I charge where I eat with my kids. I'm driver for the next 20 years. And the motor car is a upper market. Number plates. From 2015 we have been working hard, testing it, homologations, CBCA certifications, ISO certifications, FCC standards. Sakaya roadworthy. Even when it comes to Zimbabwe, it went through VID. Sakaya motor car road.
You are the inventor.
Yeah, I'm the one who invented the technology.
President Mnangagwa says he called him back home to do his work here in Zimbabwe and is happy to grace the occasion when the vehicles are launched.
Is there any other vehicle in the world?
With this technology, no, this is the first vehicle in the world.
Where is it?
Here in Zimbabwe.
This is the only vehicle. It's about 3 million. Stay there. I said, let them eat their 3 million. Come here, eat sons. This technology. But it's more educated than engineers. All this from the time he began doing these things, I've been supporting him.
Yes.
Throughout. Yeah, he was making television at my house. And they can have a television, and there's no wire. You can listen to all stations which we want on tarmac. This is what you call it.
Drones. Yeah.
So you make a drone. So you made one. This is 2 years ago.
Yes, yes.
You made a drone. You can make a drone from here. Just put up wires together and put something around. You can fly to Cape Town and call it back. This is the only vehicle that exists in the world. There's no other in the world. This is the only vehicle in the world, and it is here in Zimbabwe, by this young Zimbabwean. And he's so gifted, you won't believe it. When he first came to talk to me, I thought he had didn't have all the wires in his head, but I now know that it's well connected.
To the layman, these 2 vehicles which were brought to State House in a motorcycle use radio frequencies that powers these vehicles. No electricity, no liquid fuels, and they are silent when traveling, clocking.
He didn't just believe the technology worked, he promoted it openly, publicly, with protocol. Final evidence, Maxwell Chikumbutso's public demonstration before President Mnangagwa. No backdoor deals, no hiding. Ask yourself this. How does a so-called scammer operate from 1999 to 2025 and still show up in front of a president with working technology in public view? Let's not even get started on that $15,000 mid-size SUV. The price alone killed the EV industry. Compare it to a BYD car with a Blade battery, easily over $100,000. They're supercars, $230,000 to $250,000. Scammers have one thing in common with politicians, greed. But where's Maxwell's greed? It's absent, which means those calling him a scammer are nothing but clowns, pests who only know how to destroy. Now let's take a look at Maxwell Chikumbutso demonstrating the car. Watch his body language. Did you see fear, any trembling? Did he stutter? No. That level of confidence is only possible when your motives are 1000% clean.
All the cars that you know, if you go to Kaya right now, all their cars, you have to plug in either a DC charging station or an AC charging station. Our car is the first car. This is a generator. I think if you can go to the fridge, you can see it's going to plug in, and you'll see that the fridge is going to be powered by a car. Like I said, you can buy a car. You don't need to have a generator at your home. You use your car.
Okay. Look at the channel.
That's the car.
So what is the microsonic device?
What we've done, like we said, the microsonic energy device is the invention that we have done, and we are trying to protect it. We've embedded it in the vehicle. Yes. And it has got a self-destructive technology. On the 150 wires on this car, if you try to temper 5 of them, we can classify. You destroy the microsonic energy device, both the software and the hardware. That's how we are protecting the technology, because we couldn't get a patent.
So more like
yes, it's encrypted. It's one right now.
Oh, yeah. So they're not mechanical, they're not like moving parts.
The only moving part that you will see on this car is a reduction gearbox, but you don't have to maintain it to service.
The generator doesn't have.
The generator doesn't have any moving parts. Usually those type of devices are known as zero-point energy. So you cannot even maintain it, you cannot service it, because there's no friction that is happening.
Wow.
We're working on ways on how to protect the technology in the event that we...
So, with all that said, if you still don't believe this car is real, then you don't need a neurologist, you need a mechanic or a butcher, because your brain is clearly not in working condition. It needs to be smashed, melt down and reconstructed. So you have it, folks. One last thing, a clear message to the Western folks sponsored to bugs troll the comment section with hate and infect people's mind. You are late at your own funeral, you sons of demons. Your rotten and poisonous mindset will not change God's purpose to set his people free, so give it your hard shot. In the end, you will know you are nothing but a loose in shackles and chains looking for souls to trap in your carrot donkey trick technologies that's outdated, irrelevant and obsolete to our today's world. Now go back to your swamp and brace for impact of what's coming. I know you are scared of what's coming. You're about to lose your job, aren't you? However, now is not the time to cry that comes later. The fear of what's coming, should you choose to run, you must face the gravity. Africa has emerged as a new leader of innovation. You can cry me a river, we will get you bucket to fill it up to the brim. Now if you'll excuse me, gentlemen and ladies, I have a flight to catch and a self-powered car to drive. See you in the comments section.